Hey friends, this is Doc Smith, and today I'm going to show you about a 25-minute video that you can follow along with. It's going to help you to open up all the joints in the body, and ideally you'll have two weighted balls, one that's about twice the weight of the other one. If you don't have weighted balls, you can use like a soccer ball or a basketball. And the goal here is to open up all the joints in the body as if they're like gates on a farm. And if the livestock on a farm are all stuck in one pasture, not able to get around the farm, then there's going to be problems. Same thing with our body. We want to open up all the gates so that way we can have free flow of energy. Start off, and you see I've got one medicine ball here that I like to place under my sternum. And then I take the second medicine ball. This one's 14 pounds, this one's 30 pounds. Start out with the lighter ball. Place it on the back of my head here. And I just do an isometric contraction to start out. And do about 12 breaths. Purging all the way out. Horse breath. Releasing it all the way out. You can follow along with me if you'd like, or just watch and then do it on your own. And then what I'll also do is work this flexion to extension here. So say maybe do about 6, 8, 10, 12 of these. Okay, now I've just really warmed up, opened up the back of the neck. As I transition, make sure to release out, relax fully before I move on to the next position, which is going to be a lateral flexion. I'll take my armpit here and sort of really this point right here where my lats are at the bottom of my shoulder here. Relax that over the bigger ball and then take the smaller ball, place it on the top ear. Again, beginning with an isometric contraction, helping me to recruit all the muscles here on the side of my neck, upper shoulder. Maybe do a few breaths here. In this isometric contraction. And anywhere that I feel like moving the ball, if what I call my inner doctor, if it leads me to, say, move the ball onto my eye or on my cheekbone, why not? All of these functions can be explored. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to try to do about 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 full range of motion, as full as I can go with my neck. Releasing all of my breath out. When I'm finished, I'm going to keep the ball on my head and come just through the center here for maybe a breath or two as I then go over to the other side. Same thing. Start out with the ISO. Moving the ball around anywhere on my face that I feel I want to, or around my head. Challenging all the functionality all around in here. Say goodbye to wrinkles if you do this, because you'll be using those muscles that are atrophying and give the appearance of what we call wrinkles. When I'm ready, go through the range of motion. Don't overthink it. Just use the function. Move the weight. And then for the best part, I think, is what I call the longevity sit-up. Here where I'm really going to work the anterior, the front of my neck. One of the most important parts of our whole anatomy is the front of the neck. Tongue, all of these very important muscles regarding airway, breathing, circulation, nerve flow, all of that. Starting out right here, you see me, I'm just taking the time to allow this ball, the weight, to increase my range of motion. As I release that with my breath. When I feel like I have fully relaxed, then I'm going to take maybe one more breath at the full extension of my range of motion here. And then I'm going to go through, first lifting up to here, then I'm placing the ball on my forehead, then going back down, then going all the way up. That's one. I try to do at least 12 of these every morning. Start with 6 or whatever you can do. 2. 3 or 4. I'm going to keep going to about 12. Side body, left armpit now, goes down right on top of the ball. Gonna work this whole sideline, expanding our side body. Place the ball on top of the outside of the rib cage, below the shoulder. And the idea is to hold it here for about 12 breaths. I'm already feeling great relief in my neck, my shoulders, everything, just from doing this right here. Tightness in this lat attachment is one of the main culprits of neck pain and shoulder pain. So by doing this, we're going to resolve that. When I'm ready, I can roll the ball all the way down to the elbow. Here I'm really having to use my shoulder muscles to stabilize my shoulder. Of course, you want to start with low weight, what you can manage. Work your way up. Stretching the triceps here. When you're ready, you can bring it onto the front of the pec and go into a nice twist. Opening up all the joints in the body so the energy can flow freely. Coming down, show you from this angle now. Bring the ball to the outside of my hip, on top of like my glute medius here, and internally and externally rotate. Internally and externally rotate my hip here against the weight of the ball. And I move not exactly the same way every time because I'm following my inner guide. It doesn't have to be exact. It needs to be what we need in the moment. And here you'll see now I'm going to bring the ball down to the outside of my knee. You can point the toe down, can help. I'm going to work my glutes. Okay, back to the hip, on top of the glutes that just worked. Massage them however much I want. And open up my hips. Now I'm going to come down. Again, here we're letting the ball go down the outside of the leg. This is the flow of energy. This is the direction of the flow. The meridians go down the outside of the leg and they come up the inside. So we're respecting that as we do our joint opening. Mash the knee a bit. When I'm ready, go back down the outside of the lower leg to the foot. Some nice cracks of the toes there, feels great. When I'm ready, keep my big toe on the table and I'm going to evert my ankle. There we go. When I'm ready, open the leg up, come up the inside. When I'm ready, I'm going to now evert my ankle. Keep the pinky toe down. Do about 12 of those. Come up the inside of the leg, massaging. When I'm ready, do about 12 of these. There we go. Massage the inside of the leg. My adductors, my quads, all that good stuff. And when I'm ready, work the front of the leg now, hip flexors. Start off just doing what you can. Mine only do 3 with no weight, whatever you can do. Especially the adductors, these are some of the least worked muscles in the body right here, the inside of the leg. Okay. All right. Here I'm going to hold the ball again on the bottom of the shoulder, top of the rib cage, side body. Hold this for about 12 breaths. I want to feel like on my inhale, at the end of my inhale, I'm actually pushing the ball up just a little bit. After about 6 breaths there, then I'll bring it down to toward my elbow, really challenging my shoulder here to stay stable. Stretching my triceps, my lats. And then rolling it onto the front of the pecs here, getting into a nice twist. Spend maybe a few breaths here, however many I feel. I'm going to keep going all the way down the side body to the hip. And then I'm going to begin with rotating, internally rotating the hip, and then externally rotating against the ball here. I'm going to place the ball on my outside of my knee, and I'm going to do some work for my glutes here. Try for about 12 of these. And then roll back over the glutes. When I'm ready, I'm going to come up and go down the outside of the leg to the knee, See here? Roll it on the outside of the knee, and then I'm gonna work that knee. Working all of these soft tissues. Big time injury prevention right here. About 12 of those, and I go down to the top of the foot. Get some nice pops of the toes. When I'm ready, I'm going to keep my big toe down, and I'm going to evert my ankle. Mash the foot again. When I'm ready, I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to bring the ball up the inside, or the yin side. And I'll show you both sides here. So here I am mashing the inside of the foot, giving a nice massage. When I'm ready, I'm going to keep my pinky toe down. I'm going to invert my ankle. Work the function, strengthen all these ligaments, soft tissues in here, greatly preventing injury. Coming up the inside of the leg, to the inside of the knee. Now I'm going to work the other side of the knee. All these soft tissues. Talk about a great way to prevent injuries, tears, sprains, all that. Then you can take a minute and roll the ball around my quads here, top of the knee, all that good stuff, my hip, front of my hip. And when I'm ready, I'm going to this is where it's nice to have a bodywork table or something like that, but you could do this maybe on your bed or anything where you can lay your leg down. Or even if you're not, if you're just right here, you can just do it just like this. That's better than nothing, working your hip flexors. But I like to be able to go like this so I can get even more range. Do about 12 of these. Again, twisting if I feel like it can help me to relax, release. When I'm ready, I'm going to work my adductors. So I'm going to place the ball on the inside of the knee. Let it stretch to its fullest range of motion here, and then I'm going to do about 12 of these. Okay, when I'm done with that, I can again mash the ball, relax my leg, bring the ball all the way up here if I want. End with a few breaths here. Ball on my sternum, breathing into the belly first, and pushing it up. And that's a great way to start out our yoga for the day. Once we open up all the joints, energy can flow.